What it is, what it is. It is what it is. How y'all doing, chat? I hope y'all having a good time. Listen, let's get locked in tonight. Look, it's late at night, man. It's that time of the night that we get to it. I hope you having a good time and an even better time now that your boy's here. Cause listen, I got some knowledge for y'all. Tonight, I really want to get down to the nitty gritty of it. Cause look, bro, these Epstein files have dropped. Some new revelations have dropped. Realistically, it's something that people already knew. It's just now there's proof and actual documentation of it, right? Before, people had all kinds of accusations and all kinds of, he say, she say type vibe. But now there is a realistic level of documentation and actually a level of speculation, but also people know what it is, bro. These elites have been running our government, running our fucking world for centuries, right? This is nothing new. We always knew about this shit, but now that when you see it, when you see these documents and when you see this shit in front of you, you're low-key melting your mind. And I truly am amazed at the fact that a lot of people used to like doubt it and are still doubting it, but you can't really run from this shit no more because it's in front of your face. But it's okay. If blind want to be blind, that is okay. It is to the seekers that will see this. It's to the seekers that will seek this information and seek the light. And I really hope that you enjoy this tonight, because I feel like I really need to get this off my chest, because some of the shit that I've seen, some of the shit that I've read is kind of insane, dude. I mean, I already kind of knew some of this shit that some of these elites were into, like truly heinous crimes and heinous activities, just to summon some demons and get some power. We kind of knew this about the elites. For hundreds of years, they've been doing this shit, but now it's finally coming to light because Epstein documented it all, and we all know he was a Mossad agent. I'm not saying anything new. I'm just regurgitating fucking facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm not talking anything way more than what it is. I mean, bro, we are seeing fucking politicians from every fucking big important country on these things, and we're seeing famous people, Jay-Z, Pusha T on this shit. What are we talking about? Obviously, it's not any kind of absolute like nothing. This is allegedly. All this is allegedly. Let's just play italics, parentheses, all of the above, GTARP, XDMI, HD 5 4 3 2 1. I don't know, whatever you want to put, whatever quotations, whatever italics you want to put on this. But tonight, let's go ahead and suspend our true thinking brains, and let's just kind of have fun. Let's just put it that way. Let's just have fun, okay? Because look, chat, I feel like a lot of people are not understanding that this has been going on for hundreds of years. Witchcraft has been going on for hundreds of years. I mean, realistically, that's all you can truly say is what this is. We've heard about the Freemasons for many years, right? We always talk about different levels of Freemasonry, the grandfather of Freemasonry, demons coming out of Freemasonry, whatever you want to call it, right? The 13 bloodlines, the royal families, whatever, right? These people have way more money in their allowances that you ever will earn in your entire life and your generation. Maybe your whole lineage might not even understand the level of money these people have, right? When you have that level of money, you don't have to worry about the simple day-to-day. You worry about a level of consciousness that is no longer available to you, and it's only available to getting to the low demonic frequencies. And I really don't want to say demonic in a sense of fear-mongering. It's just the easiest way to explain it, right? These people have used a lot of things and a lot of language that makes it seem like they're way powerful than you. And really, the child of God, the child of light, should not be afraid of people like this. Epstein, Trump, I mean, they've been in bed together since fucking 1990s, right? We're seeing fucking Bill Gates talk about, oh, I didn't do none of that, and he's ending up on these documents. I see all these people fold left and right. It's crazy. Elon Musk allegedly talks about, I didn't know him, but little did we know he was not even invited to the party. He was just hating from outside of the club. He got rejected the last time he reached out. He was wanting to be in that freak show. These people are going on islands for years now. And now it's fucking coming to light. But the real question is, why is it coming to light? And I truly think the end times are around the corner. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm not saying that's anything bad. For the child of God, for people that are truly seeking redemption and are truly seeking the Lord's work, have nothing to worry about. If you're the soldier of God, if you're God's soldier to your soul, to your core, you should have nothing to worry about. And it's all about intention. These people have intentions of hurting children, hurting innocent people. And it's demonic. It's low-key kind of crazy to see the level of degeneracy, the level of depravity that this is really showing us. But it does show that a lot of people that we used to call insane people, we used to call schizos and used to call them names and just push them out of society. They were right the whole time. The tinfoil hat people were right the whole time. They were just ahead of the curve. And I honestly think, chat, like, there's a spiritual war going on. I think everybody knows this. There's a spiritual war going on. And if you're not awake, well, so be it. So be it. You choose to stay asleep, so be it. I cannot change your mind. I cannot change the way you think, the way you believe. You just have to accept it on your own. You have to seek on your own. You know, the level 1 of occultism, right? I feel like being part of the occult or saying occult knowledge makes it sound so ridiculous. It makes it sound so heebie-jeebie and so out there, so hippie-like. But realistically, that's what occult knowledge is. It's knowledge that is hidden from the average person. They just cannot handle it. And I think genuinely occult has been looked down upon for thousands of years because everybody's like, oh, the occult, the occult. No, brother. It is just knowledge way beyond your comprehension, way beyond your chromosomium. And I think a lot of people just need to sit back, relax, get some popcorn, get you a good cold one. Like, get you some ice in there. Because tonight, I feel like we're going to have some fun. Allegedly expose some witchcraft. Allegedly. Like I said, all this is allegedly GTARP, LGBTQ plus RST, PS5, HDMI cable. Whatever you want to call it. I'm just talking my shit tonight, right? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because look, I gotta get through the algorithm, because apparently all this Epstein shit is really getting through the algorithm, and I don't know about all that. I'm just yapping, you know. So I need to get pushed up, you know. Everybody gotta do it for the views. Let's be realistic. We're all doing it for the views. We're all sluts for the views, right? But I think this brings an awareness to a level of knowledge that was never accessible to the average man. This brings a level of knowledge that was only available to the elite, Freemasons, elite billionaires, politicians, and people with power, because those type of people had the freedom to have this knowledge. And this type of knowledge is just basically, in simple terms, in layman terms, summoning demons. I know everybody talks about Hillary Clinton sacrificing shit, you know? But realistically, that's what this shit is. I mean, you read the Epstein files and you see people doing low frequency shit just so they're able to fucking do some demonic work, so they can summon some demon to be able to gain power. And that's what this is about. They're trying to steal God's power. And they cannot do that because it's not something they can wield. They're trying to steal the light from the soldiers of God, from the seekers, because they realize they have lives that have been impurified. They've done shit in their past. They've done some weird oopsie-daisy shit. The only way they can always rely on some demonic shit to take care of them. Because look, at the end of the day, in even Harry Potter, right? The dark side always is the easiest to harness and easiest to get a hold of. And it seems to be the most powerful. But the problem with that is it takes over. There's no control to it. Power, unfortunately, corrupts. And that's what I see with these politicians. That's what I see with all these famous people that are ending up on the Epstein Island. It's weird, but also, can you really expect any different? It's been happening for hundreds of years, right? Like you go hundreds of years back, all these kings and queens were doing the same shit, weirdly enough. So this has been part of the elite culture for a very long time. So I really don't know how you can turn out of this or what you can do to get away from this, right? Like I think I just put these ideas out there because I want to be able to conversate with my chat and be able to like kind of bring this up. You know, it's like, see where it goes. You know, what is the level of discourse in this type of knowledge? Because I feel like with YouTube, with the internet, this type of knowledge is available, but it's buried under so much fucking other bullshit that you have to seek it. And I sometimes even run into like, damn, what is this bullshit I'm talking about? I'm trying to fucking fly forks around my room. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to turn fucking water into wine. Like, I don't know. But this level of demonology, this level of witchcraft is available in grimoires out there. There's the Kabbalah for the Jewish mysticism. There's all kinds of documents out there that are talking about, you know, this level of witchcraft and this level of magic, right? I can't really say what this is, right? Like I can't pinpoint what this is. I can't tell you because I don't understand it either. I'm just a noob. I'm initiate. I'm early level. I'm just learning about it. It's kind of interesting to learn about this stuff because I'm like, who the fuck came up with this shit? But that's the thing. Nobody came up with it. It's part of our universe. It's things that are unseen. The jinn, the level of things we do not comprehend in this world is in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's in every fucking book in the world related to religion. They always talk about the occult. They always talk about the unseen, right? They always talk about a world that is not available to the naked eye, right? And I think that's what these weirdos on Epstein's Island were trying to, you know, harness, right? And that's the same thing Hillary Clinton was trying to harness, and this is something that's been going on forever. These people want to be able to harness the power and the energy given to us by God, the seekers and the chosen ones, right? The chosen ones really know how to be able to handle this type of knowledge and be able to really possess it. But everybody's like, oh, am I the chosen one? Nobody knows if you're the chosen one. You don't become the chosen one overnight. It's a level and series of tests that you do throughout your life. You really truly become the chosen one when the time comes. And the time could come after your death, right? It could come the legacy that you leave. It's just as simple as living a good life, right? It's leaving a good legacy so people can follow and be able to think like that was a good person, right? It's not like, oh, all of a sudden you're the chosen one, you're fucking firebending and goddamn wielding shit, like, right? Like, And people are like, what do they get out of this occult shit? Knowledge. At the end of the day, knowledge is power, as we've been told since our birth. Knowledge is power. And when you have power, you are corruptible, right? You see all these politicians, you see all these high level people that are getting corrupted. Why? Because they have the power to control others. And that's what power really comes down to is, are you able to lead a team? Are you able to lead a nation? And when you corrupt these people, you lead the nation through them. In the last couple of years, what have we felt? We've felt like Biden wasn't our true leader. Trump clearly does not seem to be our leader now. So, who is the real leader? Who is leading us into the end times? Because that's what it feels like. Like, I get it. I know some people are living good. The Grammys were recently. Everybody getting awards. Everybody having fun. Whatever. But something just doesn't feel right. And I've felt that in my soul even recently while doing stand-up. Just things don't feel right. Things just feel off. And I don't know what that exactly is. I don't know if that's necessarily demons being out there, or there's a level of occult magic going on. I don't know what's going on. I just know shit ain't right. Good people are getting done wrong. There are good folks in this world that are getting done wrong by the world because these evil motherfuckers are doing nothing but harnessing power that they should not have and harnessing some evil entity to be able to achieve what they want to achieve. And it's very, very wrong. You read these Epstein files, these people are having parties and doing all kinds of rituals and all kinds of weird shit. And you see all this witchcraft in music videos and all this witchcraft in the music industry. And now you see why Mr. Jay-Z doing some weird shenanigans himself since the fucking 90s. I know some of those claims are allegedly, italicized parentheses, GTA, HDMI cable. We're having fun. We're having fun. But it makes it real. It makes it real when you're banning somebody like Kanye. Obviously, he wilds out. He says some weird shit out there. He says some real weird shit out there. Sure. But why are you banning somebody like that and not somebody like that has actually been on the island, been on all this weird shenanigans forever? Because the people that have been on these islands are the real fucking moral police of the internet. You see all these liberals like a couple years ago talking about, oh, you can't say those. Oh, I'm he, him, hi, habadada. But where are they now? Where are they now when these Epstein files drop? Where is the he, him, they, them now? Because it seems like now they're very awfully quiet. And it seems like now they don't have words to say. Cat got your tongue? No, I think Epstein did. I was really not a political guy, but this is more than political discourse now. This is right and wrong. This is light versus dark. Evil versus good. And I feel like there are very few people leading the way, right? And weirdly enough, I got to give credit where it's due. Sneeko, I've seen his videos. I mean, obviously, he's been on some fucking warpath recently. He's been on some crazy shit recently. But he's at least trying to get to the truth. Whenever he always talks about, truth through funny. I truly felt that. Obviously, now he's on some love speech thing. I mean, it doesn't sound as good as truth through funny. But I see that he's trying. Whereas whenever, all these other politicians were talking about him, doing a song in the club and they were disowning him for that, but they won't disown none of these other politicians that were on the fucking Epstein Island with children. What are we doing now? what does the world have come to, right? I don't want to get into the doom and gloom. But I think, chat, the world is a very funny place. We're low-key going through a GTA lobby right now. But it seems like the DLC version, and a DLC that nobody paid for. But it seems like this is the Salem witch trials all over again. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does often rhyme. And it seems like it's rhyming a lot. I don't know how to go about this. I don't really know how to approach this level of discourse, because it does seem like a lot of people are protecting a lot of eviler people, right? I feel like there used to be a point in life when people would differentiate right and wrong. But now I feel like so many people are caught in this spider web of Epstein that nobody will truly come out until heads start rolling. And I'm not saying this is anything in real life. This is all GTA. GTA RP, role play every day. HDMI cable, PS5. But I think it does go to show that these individuals don't think of you as humans. They think of you lesser than. They call you goy. They call you all kinds of names. And when I say they, I don't necessarily mean a group of individuals. No race, no religion, no nothing. I'm talking just strictly the names that I've seen, right? It's all alleged, so I'm not going to go ahead and give you any specifics, okay? Because clearly, the feds are working with them. Clearly, they got very powerful people in very powerful positions that are protecting them. And when they used to mention this shit 5-10 years ago, they used to call those people tinfoil hat schizophrenics. In big 2026, all this shit comes out. Oh man, don't worry about it. Oh, y'all still talking about that? Oh, y'all still talking about Epstein? Oh, that's old news. What are you talking about, brother? Our president is on this level vibe. He's like, oh, Epstein is old. What do we... Bro, y'all was doing some heinous acts. Sacrificing children to a demon god. What are we talking about? And that's the thing. In this level of discourse, there is no reality anymore. We're all going into uncharted territory. We're all going into the darkness together, and we just have one flashlight. We're just, is the road over here? No, everybody's pointing in different directions. How about we unite and look at one path? Fuck it, if we're going in the wrong direction, at least we're going in that one direction. Don't fight each other right now. You're all in the fucking scope of these evil motherfuckers. Unless you got $1 billion, you're not one of them. You got a couple million, cool. These people have billions of dollars. And it's a very small handful of people. It's not a specific religion of people. It's not a specific race of people. So get that out of your head. It's bigger than race. It's bigger than religion. It's bigger than left or right. This is just completely different. And that's the thing. A lot of people recently are blaming the Jews, you know? They're blaming different sects. They're blaming each other when they're not seeing what's really going on. And the reality is, when you keep fighting amongst yourselves, there's no level of working together. There's no cohesiveness. Everybody's fighting each other. So you have 3 puzzles, that other person has 4 puzzles. You don't realize it's all one puzzle. It's all part of the bigger picture. At the end of it, we're all living good lives, so it's unlikely that things will really change unless things get worse, and that's the reality of it. Things have to get worse. There's no way it's going to change anytime soon. Things would have to get to a level where it is unimaginable and uncomprehendable for the average person. Because right now, everybody's focused on the bills. Everybody's focused on their day-to-day. They're like, oh man, why am I going to worry about Epstein, bro? I can't even pay tomorrow's rent. But that's the problem. They got you in this fucking cycle. That's the whole meat and fucking sticks of this shit. They got you in that cycle of paying your bills, pay your taxes, pay your shit, and get in line. And that's the problem, bro. Nobody's going to be able to get their head up out of the sand. Because everybody's like, hey, if I take my head out of my fucking ass, I might drown. But that's the level of discourse we're on. Some of us will have to drown for the good of the world. GTA though, GTA RP, roleplay, PS5, HDMI cable. It's allegedly. Some people will drown, and that's the reality. We don't have that strength in us no more. They've weakened us to the core. But we have to remember, we're God's soldier. The light shines through the chosen ones, and that's the reality. These people are afraid of the chosen ones, and the chosen one could be anybody. It could be the homeless man around the corner. It could be the fucking doctor around the corner. It could be the damn lawyer around that corner. Like, it could be anybody. It all matters on the decisions you make in your day-to-day life and how pure your heart is and what are your intentions with that purity. Because even the purest water can have a drop of mercury in it, and it can get contaminated. That's the reality, and that's how this occultist shit works. Even the purest of pure can get corrupted within seconds. Who knows? Who knows what can corrupt you? Nobody knows, because it is a dark, dark path that we're going down right now. With these Epstein files coming left and right, center, everything. It gets really confusing, really muddy now. You see these rappers that were talking about these contracts, these weird shenanigans going on. Now they're coming to light. And now it's getting a little funky out there, right? A little sussy-wussy, a little sussy baka. People shitting themselves. ICE coming to get you. Ooh. I don't know, chat. I don't know how do we go out of this. I truly don't know how you get out of this life. Best you can do is get a fucking farm and live out in the country, but that's not reality. Half of us can't afford rent. Living paycheck to paycheck. How the fuck are you gonna go buy a farm? They fucking cut off your food supply. They fucking flooded the market with GMO products. Because if you live out on your own, your farm's fucked too. Mr. Bill Gates, the dirtiest one of them all, owns 90% of the fucking food supply, it feels like. I mean, that he provides all the fucking potatoes to goddamn McDonald's. And then potatoes make them French fries. And then French fries good as fuck. So, we're in deep. We're in deep. We're in fucking trenches. We're in the trenches, chat. And I really could not give you a specific way out. Because I don't know the way out. I'm still trying to figure this out. But I'm trying to shed light on this shit. Because I'm like, look. We're all in this together. If you're believing in your soldier, your fellow man, woman, as long as we do this together, as long as you stick and believe in humanity, we're all good. Because I feel like after COVID, a lot of people have lost hope. A lot of people have lost someone to COVID or lost someone to the financial ruin since COVID. These people didn't help us. Like I always say, they sent you a $1,200 check and said, work harder. Work harder. Maybe you might get there. Maybe you might be able to get money like us, but you cannot get money like them. But look, tonight, I want to get into Freemasonry. The 33rd degree of knowledge. The wisdom only available to the elites.
The secret of Masonry, like the secret of life, can be known only by those who seek it, serve it, live it. It cannot be uttered. It can only be felt and acted. William Taft. For centuries, secret organizations have been the ruler of society, operating from the shadows, guiding the course of history, and wielding power in ways that most of us can hardly imagine. Within these secret societies, they share a common thread: hidden knowledge and secrets given only to the elite to navigate and manipulate the fabric of reality in a way that appears to be magical. 33-degree Masonry is one of these elusive societies. And throughout history, some of the most influential figures have been members of the Freemason Brotherhood. From founding fathers like George Washington to visionaries like Benjamin Franklin. Other famous Freemasons include Mozart, Winston Churchill, Mark Twain, Henry Ford, and as many as 14 U.S. presidents, including Andrew Jackson, Franklin Roosevelt, and Harry Truman. And Masonic symbolism can be found everywhere, interwoven into our daily lives in a prominent way. From the all-seeing eye, to the square and compasses seen on buildings, historical markers, and monuments.
And see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about, bro. They do this shit in front of your face, and that's the part of occultism, is they have to do it in front of your face because that's how dark magic works. They have to do it because they need that essence, that they cannot do it just in the shadows. It needs to be witnessed. It's like, the way I'd like to explain it, it's like, bro, there's a level of belief that they get from other people when it's done in front of you. So obviously they're not going to tell you they're fucking harnessing your energy, but it's getting done in weird ways in front of you.
To the mosaic pavement found in places such as the Congressional Library. This Masonic symbolism has permeated various aspects of everyday life, often without the explicit recognition of those not familiar with Freemasonry, and reflecting the widespread influence of Masonic tradition.
Once you start recognizing these symbols, you'll see these symbols everywhere. This Freemason symbol is everywhere, all around the world, because this is what America was built on, bro. And it's nothing bad. Like I said, this is nothing bad. I'm giving you a neutral understanding of occult knowledge.
How did this influence become so widespread? Many of the greatest and most prominent minds in history were Freemasons. They had secret knowledge of how to govern and rule their destiny. One of their secrets is a deep understanding of universal laws and principles that govern success, power, and abundance. When harnessed correctly, the secrets they understood led to power and profound influence. What sets these groups apart is their mastery of ancient wisdom and universal principles that many pass by, unaware of the profound impact they can have on their lives. These secrets, which revolve around the laws of the universe itself, are the keys to unlocking potential, achieving greatness, and even altering the course of history. If we ourselves tap into the same magic that these notable figures have used to shape their destinies, principles that are seemingly reserved for the elite and those with knowledge of esoteric wisdom,
Kabbalah,
we may
bro.
also achieve any greatness that we choose in our own lives. These principles are woven into the fabric of the universe, accessible to anyone willing to seek them out and apply them with intention and purpose. However, the knowledge of how to use these universal secrets to one's advantage remains elusive to the majority. And it's not just about knowing that these laws exist. It's about understanding how they interconnect and how to apply them properly to be in harmony with your personal goals. In this video, I'll unlock 3 secrets of what has been taught behind the closed doors of these organizations and uncover how you can use this to create your reality in very deliberate and precise ways. I'll not only share these principles with you, but also teach you 3 powerful ways to apply them and put them into action so that you harness the innate power within you for massive personal transformation, success, and abundance. Let's talk about a very influential 33-degree Mason, Manly Palmer Hall. Manly Hall was also an author and mystic and made significant contributions to the study and understanding of esoteric philosophy. Hall viewed Freemasonry as a custodian of ancient wisdom, and a path to personal transformation and enlightenment, and endeavored to share this in a way that everyone had access to it. This work spans a wide array of subjects, including mysticism, ancient religions, symbolism, and philosophy, but can be somewhat overwhelming and difficult to comprehend. His most notable work, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, published in 1928, is a broad exploration of ancient philosophies, mystical traditions, and secret societies from around the world. It includes discussions on universal truths that form the foundation of human spiritual knowledge, and has been highly regarded within various circles for its depth and exploration on the deeper aspects of Masonic teachings and their interconnectedness with the broader spectrum of mystical and philosophical traditions. Within the Secret Teachings of All Ages, Hall delves into Hermeticism, an ancient spiritual and philosophical tradition. Hermetic principles, as derived from the Hermetic texts like the Emerald Tablet, are pivotal in understanding the workings of the universe, the interconnectivity of all things, and how to apply these universal truths for success and abundance in all areas of life. Manly Hall put great emphasis on the first secret in his works, the principle of mentalism. This is the first Hermetic principle. The all is mind, the universe is mental. This principle underlines the concept that the underlying reality of this universe is that there is one universal mind or field of consciousness, and that all phenomena in the material world are ultimately mental in nature. This foundational belief in the power of the mind to shape reality is a core tenet of Hermetic philosophy, and is echoed throughout Hall's discussions on various mystical traditions. The Hermetic principle of mentalism also finds a parallel in the Masonic teaching that the mind is the foundation of reality. 33rd degree Freemasons are believed to hold the understanding that through the power of thought and intention, one can manifest changes in the physical world. One of their secrets is holding the belief that those who master their minds can master the world around them.
As above, so below is the biggest and most common language they've used in Freemasonry and occult knowledge that has been out there. As above, so below.
The elite, versed in these teachings, use this magical principle to their advantage, shaping societal narratives and outcomes through directed thought and intention. How do they do this? With 5 simple steps. 1. They hold a conscious intention of their intended outcome. 2. They focus on its realness as an already existing fact. 3. They think, speak, and act as if it's already so. 4. They take inspired action only as the way and means to make it tangible.
All they're saying is have good vibes only. That's like as simple as that. They're making it very intellectualized. Good vibes only is all they're going for. As simple as that.
And 5. They allow the perfection of this universal principle that all is mind to work for them and align with the simplicity of that to provide the desired outcome. Notice that all of this is mental work. Even inspired action, which is much different from effort, comes from the mind. Harnessing the first Hermetic principle, all is mind, involves understanding that your perceptions, beliefs, and thoughts shape your reality. By directing thought and intention deliberately, you influence your life and your environment. Man's status in the natural world is determined, therefore, by the quality of his thinking, Manly Hall. This law of mentalism is more about being than it is about doing. This is why so many can put in a tremendous amount of action and experience limited results. They choose to remain asleep to the power that being holds. But when you become aware of how to align and harmonize your chosen way of being with the principle of mentalism and the other principles that will be mentioned here, you will discover just how simple creating desired outcomes can be. Your only job is to clearly define the intention, what you desire, which will always have a why behind it, a reason. The universal mind's job provides the how and the when, which often includes a who, or several whos. This principle always works, not sometimes, but always. The more intentional, focused, and consistent you are in your being of the 5 steps, the quicker you allow this principle to work for you. Manly Hall, through his extensive writings on esoteric traditions, also wrote about the second secret to the magic taught to the elite Freemasons, the principle of vibration. In both Hermeticism and 33-degree Freemasonry, the principle of vibration, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates, highlights the power of energy in its various forms. Hall taught that understanding the vibratory nature of the universe could lead to profound insights into the nature of reality itself. By recognizing that everything has its unique vibrational frequency, from the most ethereal forms of thought and spirit to the most material forms of matter, we can begin to understand the interconnectedness of all things and how that can influence our personal reality. However, the principle of vibration is often perceived to be something that is too complicated for the average person to understand. But it's actually quite simple. Simply put, everything that exists, both seen and unseen, emits a vibrational frequency. Everything is in motion. From the
slow motion better than no motion. Hell yeah.
It's stated, this Hermetic principle was enunciated thousands of years ago by the masters of ancient Egypt. This principle explains that the differences between different manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and even spirit result largely from varying rates of vibration. An understanding of this principle, with the appropriate formulas, enables Hermetic students to control their own mental vibrations as well as those of others. He who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power. Thoughts, words, sounds, and light are vibrations. Our entire universe and everything within it, seen and unseen, is a vibrating mass of atoms and subatomic particles. By learning to become consciously aware of this truth and control what vibrations we are creating and emanating within ourselves and projecting into the unified field of consciousness, we can align and harmonize those vibrations to consistently manipulate that field and attract the things that we desire to experience in our lives. The scepter of power. In 33rd degree Freemasonry, they harness this principle, using vibrations such as those in words, symbols, and rituals to influence the energy of their surroundings and create desired outcomes. During Masonic rituals, specific words and phrases are recited with deliberate intention, each chosen for their historical significance and vibrational quality. These words are believed to carry specific energies that, when voiced with collective focus and intention, can elevate the vibrational frequency of the space and the individuals present. This deliberate engagement with vibrational energies reflects a profound understanding of how subtle forces can be directed to shape reality, illustrating the deep esoteric knowledge embedded within the highest ranks of Freemasonry. It is a sophisticated method of shaping reality, demonstrating that the universe's very fabric can be altered through sound, thought, and intention. Man is thus surrounded by a supersensible universe, of which he knows nothing because the centers of sense perception within himself have not been developed sufficiently to respond to the subtler rates of vibration of which that universe is composed. Manly Hall. So how can you use this second secret, the scepter of power and vibrational frequency, to accomplish the same things in your life? Understanding that our feelings translate into vibrations that shape our experiences is the key to influencing the quality of our lives. The principle here is straightforward. The predominant feelings that we harbor, that often surface automatically from the recesses of our subconscious mind, act like magnets, keeping us aligned with experiences that resonate with those emotional states. Here's a 4-step process to shift that in your favor. Number 1, pause often at various times during your day to check in with how you're feeling. Recognize these feelings as indicators of the vibrational energy that you're currently emitting. Especially focus on moments of discomfort to develop the skill of shifting your emotional states. This practice will begin to lay the foundation for making a vibrational adjustment. Number 2, whenever you catch yourself feeling negative emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration, take immediate steps to shift to a more positive state.
Well, that'd be hard.
One effective method is to concentrate on something that naturally brings you joy, such as thoughts of loved ones, cherished memories, or the simple presence of your pets. Maintain focus on this positive trigger until you feel your emotional state has genuinely shifted to a higher vibration. You'll know this when you've reached elevated states of emotion. Once you have a grasp on these 2 steps, the 3rd step is to start actively cultivating states of love, gratitude, and joy. These high vibrational emotions are powerful attractors of positive experiences that align with them. Make it a practice to infuse your day with these feelings, transforming your overall vibrational blueprint. And step 4 is to incorporate personal symbols or words into your practice, much like the elite harness symbols for vibrational work. Choose an object or a word that resonates deeply with you, representing your aspirations or desired feelings. While holding or focusing on this symbol, consciously fill it with the energy of your chosen positive feeling states. Let this symbol serve as a tactile reminder throughout your day, helping you access and amplify those high vibrational emotions at will. This process will help you learn to manage your emotional states. By integrating these steps into your daily routine, you're actively
I think that's why you gotta meditate, bro. Meditation is key to getting in tune with your brain, bro, and giving yourself time between travel, like from point A to point B. If you're going to work, don't listen to music, bro. I started recently doing this, and I think it's genuinely affected my mood a lot positively. It gives you time to like just think. Like, I feel like, bro, every day now, like, there's no time for boredom. I think boredom is such a important part of being human. It gives you time to just process your day to day. Like, I think genuinely that drive to work or drive back from work, you just need to process the day, you know?
Holding your vibrational state to create a more joyful and fulfilling reality. In the Secret Teachings of All Ages, Manly Hall discusses the interconnectedness of all things and the idea that nothing happens by chance, but rather as a part of a divine order or cosmic law. His writings illustrate how ancient civilizations, philosophers, and esoteric traditions have worked with this principle, the principle of cause and effect, to gain deeper insights into the nature of reality.
When in motion, you stay in motion.
And to live in harmony with the universal laws. Acknowledging every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause, everything happens according to law, the elite manipulate this principle to orchestrate events that appear coincidental, but are in fact carefully planned. This mastery over cause and effect enables them to remain several steps ahead, ensuring their continued dominance and the perpetuation of their influence across generations. Listen to these profound words from the Kabbalion describing this. The Hermeticists understand the art and methods of rising above the ordinary plane of cause and effect, to a certain degree, and by mentally rising to a higher plane, they become causers instead of effects. The masses of people are carried along, obedient to environment. The wills and desires of others stronger than themselves, heredity, suggestion, and other outward causes moving them about like pawns on the chessboard of life. But the masters, rising to the plane above, dominate their moods, characters, qualities, and powers, as well as the environment surrounding them, and become movers instead of pawns. They help to play the game of life, instead of being played and moved about by other wills and environment. They use the principle instead of being its tools. The masters obey the causation of the higher planes, but they help to rule on their own plane. Like all other universal laws, the law of cause and effect is unchanging and deliberate. It is precise in its application and delivery. It knows no prejudice and delivers an exact proportion to all based on the seeds that you choose to plant through your thoughts and feeling states. It always delivers back to you the results of whatever you put out into the universe.
And that's why I think, bro, when you smile at everybody and when you are in a good, happy mood, you realize you just have an overall better day. When you're genuinely just happy all day and you smile at even though you might be feeling shitty inside, as long as you keep smiling, I feel like it overall just impacts you in a better way. That's just how I've been noticing. Like, you just gotta stay positive as much, like overly compensating positivity. Like if you're just having a shit day, just try to smile at more than you normally would.
Any life on Earth, a seed, the cause, must first exist in order for anything to enter into and experience life, the effect. This is sowing and reaping in action. This principle is not complicated, but it is as certain and precise as the law of gravity. The outcome is predictable. The only thing that keeps a seed from growing is proper nurturing. With this principle, it's crucial to understand that the seed that is planted can only produce and must produce what the seed was designed to grow. Like the soil you would plant a seed in to grow a crop, the field of consciousness from the principle of mentalism is the soil for our seeds of thought. The two function in the same manner. The thought seed is planted through the principle of mentalism. The frequencies of vibration that we emit attract into the physical world the result of the thought seed that was planted and nurtured through the principle of vibration, and this results in a cause that creates an effect, tying these three principles together, what is commonly referred to as the law of attraction. If your thought seed consists of anxious, fearful, and doubtful end results, which correspond with anxious, fearful, and doubtful feelings or vibrational states, those thoughts can only grow into and produce the effect of those seeds that have been planted, receiving results that are the same as the thoughts and the feelings. If your thought seeds consist of happy, loving, abundant end results, which correspond with happy, loving, and abundant feelings or vibrational states, those thoughts also can only grow into and produce the effect of those seeds that have been planted, receiving results that are the same as the thoughts and the feelings. Once again, this principle is precise and knows no prejudice. So the choice is yours. The choice is to train yourself to limit your thoughts, words, and actions to only those which will produce what you desire in your life. If you must take actions that are out of alignment with that initially, be certain to keep your thoughts and wording in check, as well as continuing to monitor and adjust your feeling states. For example, if you are creating your reality to have a specific amount of money within a specified period of time, based on the precise and unwavering truths of cause and effect, sowing and reaping, it wouldn't benefit you to repeat to yourself either out loud or mentally, "I don't have the money I need," or "There's no way I will have the money I need on time." Your thoughts, the seed, and the corresponding feeling states will return to you exactly the harvest in relation to the seeds that you planted. In this case, not having the money. If you are intentionally making an honest and focused effort to produce the results that you want, and you find that stray thoughts pop up that are not in alignment with your goal, and it's almost certain that this will happen initially for most based on old subconscious patterning, which must be readjusted, these will be the weeds that try to take over your harvest. You must consciously and consistently pluck them out of the soil of your mental landscape and the field of consciousness, so that you are not utilizing the law of cause and effect to produce the results that you no longer desire. You have the ability to gain control over this with two things: your conscious mind and your sheer determination. How bad do you want the new outcome? If it's a non-negotiable for you, remain determined and persistent, and decide that it is your conscious mind that will be in charge of your new habits until the harvest presents itself to you. Once this takes place, the only possible thing that can stand in the way of you receiving your desires is contradicting dominant thoughts and feeling states created by you. Only you can make the conscious choice to change your thoughts, words, and actions. In doing this with repetition, you will establish a belief within your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, which is connected to the broader field of consciousness, then releases your thought seed into this field of consciousness, while simultaneously broadcasting your aligned vibrations of that new belief, which will attract back to you people, events, situations, and circumstances that allow it to manifest into your life. You only have to be receptive to them. Expect it to happen, and then watch as it does. The other 4 Hermetic principles, which I'll outline briefly here and then go over in more depth in a later video, are the principle of correspondence, as above, so below, as below, so above. This principle suggests
that is the peak occult knowledge right there.
The patterns and laws observed in the universe mirror those in our personal lives. I'll leave a video in the description that shows you how to alter your reality with your mind based on this concept. Next is the principle of polarity. Everything has its opposite, and opposites are identical in nature but different in degree. This principle highlights that contradictions are actually different aspects of the same thing. The principle of rhythm. Life is a series of ebbs and flows, highs and lows. This principle teaches that everything moves in cycles, and recognizing this rhythm can help us navigate through life's changes. And then the principle of gender. Everything contains masculine and feminine elements. This principle emphasizes the importance of balancing these aspects within ourselves and in the world for creation and harmony. The interweaving of Hermetic principles with the esoteric knowledge of 33rd degree Freemasonry offers a revealing look into the use of ancient wisdom by the elite. This hidden knowledge serves as a tool for understanding and manipulating the layers of reality, demonstrating that the keys to the universe's mysteries are held by those who venture beyond the veil of the ordinary and into the realms of the extraordinary. One thing is certain, all of these principles have an underlying theme. It's a matter of choice to harness your internal workings to change your outer reality. I'll leave a couple of my other videos on the screen that you may find helpful.
Hey, W video, bro. W video. Look, I feel like a lot of people don't understand how important it is to really know this type of knowledge. I think occult knowledge is genuinely an important part of life because of the fact that, bro, like, you see all these elites really working towards you. You see all these people that are powerful fucking Satan worshipers, low-key been using this type of knowledge for their own gain, for their own fucking, how would you say, like, their own blessings. But chat, I think a lot of us really genuinely want to just do better in life, want to just improve in life. And I think that's what this is about. This is about just sprinkling in that occult knowledge a little bit, just kind of realizing, bro, like this world is not what it all seems to be. We're all learning. We're all experiencing something that's beyond us, right? And I think after this release of Epstein files, release of all this weird shit that's out, I think genuinely we should realize not everything is as it seems, right? Not everything seems as it is, right? So I think we should all sit back, learn something, put some effort into life that we've not put in before, and really, really lock in for real. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's stream. I hope y'all enjoyed the vibes tonight. And until next time, I hope you learned something new.